Hi, I'm Robbie Tolk, founder of Secrecy Healing, and welcome. Today I want to really ask one important question that so many of us keep running into. When I really talk to a lot of people, they always ask, why is exercising so hard? When I began to start exercising again, I ran into the same problem. Why was it so hard for me to consistently work out? Whether it was going to the gym, going for a run, going for a bike ride, even doing sit-ups and push-ups in my house, or yoga, or even lifting. There's so many different ways that we can exercise, but why don't we? And as I started analyzing this and saying, okay, if I want to get in shape and I want to live a healthy lifestyle, I know I have to make exercise a consistent part of my lifestyle. But how? What does it take? Why do so many people find it so difficult, and how can we make it easy? And that's the big thing to try to do. As Floyd Mayweather says, hard work is easy work. And if you don't know who Floyd Mayweather is, he is an undefeated boxer right now, and he works out when he's training 3 times a day, but that is his motto. It's his motto because he knows in order for him to be the best boxer in the history of boxing, he's got to make hard work easy work. So, how do we make exercising, which is hard, easy? Well, the first thing we have to really understand is first you have to have the desire to exercise. If you have the desire to actually want to get better, want to get healthier, want to go to the gym, but most of us lack the desire. Why? Because like last video, we link so much pain to exercising. So why are we going to go exercise if every time we do it brings us pain? And that is something that we have to really understand, is if you don't have the desire and the pleasure of exercising, you're never going to get there. And even if you have the desire and the pleasure of exercising, then you need the dedication. The dedication to take some part of your day and have the time to actually work out. The dedication to set that time, because the biggest reason why I hear a lot of people don't exercise, besides the fact that it just doesn't feel that good for most people because they get so sore, is understanding that I don't have time to work out. I'm letting you know you don't have time not to work out. In my father's chiropractic office, he has a saying, if you don't have time to be sick, make time to be healthy. And that's what exercising does. When you start taking care of your body by eating right, by moving correctly, by thinking the right thoughts, by feeling the good emotions, and also by sleeping well, then you won't become sick anymore, or very rarely. And that is something that I really, really hone in on, because think about how much more time I get now that I don't get sick. I don't get colds. My energy doesn't dip because my immune system is so powerful. So I make the time to make sure I get there and move. But even if you make the time, you got to be able to have discipline, to be able to do it consistently. Remember, consistency is the formula, is the key to mastery. It's the key to living a healthy lifestyle. It's the key to losing weight. It's the key to everything, because if you consistently take action over and over and over, even if you just start walking from New York City consistently every day, you will end up in Los Angeles, across the country. Over 3,000 miles if you consistently just take steps. Now there's faster ways there, obviously, and that's why I'm here on film, to tell you there's faster ways of making hard work easy work. So how did I do it? Well, what my story is, I was a 3-time state champ in wrestling, and I used to work out upwards of 8 hours a day. That was when I did a 30-day intensive wrestling camp, where 8 hours a day for 30 days. And that wasn't actually a time when I was cutting weight, which I can even work out more hours when I needed to cut weight. And I never understood why people didn't exercise, because it felt so good to me, because I grew up my whole life doing it. But then I went to college, and we all know what happens when you go to college. You go to the college cafeteria, all those food there that's not really that good for you. You start eating that. You have less time to exercise, more time to party. Your focus has changed. So what I recognized was I wasn't eating well and I wasn't exercising for about 2 years. And then one day I woke up and said, you know what? Enough's enough. I was 30 pounds overweight. I realized this isn't the life that I choose. With everything I know about health, with everything I know about wellness, with everything I know about how it feels to be in those higher peaks of energy, more clarity, more energy, unlimited energy, where all day long you're going. Where you don't hit those lows in those 5-hour energy drink and those Red Bulls, those things don't mean anything to you. So when I started working out again, I figured out why people don't want to work out. I went for a run and said, you know what? I'm going to do an easy 5 miles. For me, 5 miles was a warm-up. At the end of the 30-day camp, I did 15 miles. In the first 12 miles, I did $5.50 a mile. So 5 miles, let's start going. Put on the shoes, I started running. Within 2 to 3 minutes, I was hurting. Within 5 minutes, I was dying. Within 10 minutes, I gave up. 10 to 15 minutes, I was done. I stopped. I started walking. And I started beating myself up. Thinking, 5 miles is nothing. What am I doing? What's going on with my body? Is there something wrong? And then the next day, the soreness hit. And as you know, soreness the first day is never usually as bad as soreness the second day. My legs were burning. Everything hurt. My lungs, my legs. I just didn't feel good. It was massive pain. It was so much pain that it prevented me from working out for a while again. It took me off of exercising because the amount of pain I got was nowhere near the amount of pleasure I received from the exercise, because we all know intellectually that we need to exercise. But emotionally, how we feel is so much more important. We all know what it takes to be healthy, or at least the key concepts, but it's the implementation. It's the desire, it's the dedication, it's the discipline. So how did I overcome this? How did I start working out again? Because I knew if I wanted to be healthy, I had to enjoy it again. Well, I went to the gym and I made the same mistake again. I went and lifted and just pumped up weights, thought, maybe the running wasn't there, but the lifting is there. Next day I did the, can't move like this for a week, and my chest was hurting, my biceps were throbbing, and it was horrible. So I started scratching my head and said, there's gotta be a better way. And what I started doing is I created this concept I now call phasing. And the idea was, I'm going to tease my body and my mind to love working out like I used to. I am going to start ridiculously slow. I went for just 5 minutes of running at a really slow pace, to the point where I was yelling at myself for running too slow. Because we usually all do the opposite. We all sprint in the beginning because it feels so good, and then not realizing that you didn't pace yourself, and boom, out of the game. You're hurting. Where as Americans, we're told if you're going to do something, do it to the max, do it to the 100%, give it your all. But that gave massive pain every time. So I started running 5 minutes, and I did 5 minutes again, 10 minutes slow, 15, 20. Before I knew it, I was back again running 5 miles. And I loved every second again, like I used to. So I did the same thing with lifting. I went in the gym and I just lightly did a couple bench press, a couple bicep curls, and walked out. So I said, this is working. I love lifting now. I love running now. I love doing yoga, even Bikram, which is an hour and a half of 104 degrees. It's kind of crazy, but I love it now. So I took this concept and I actually did it to Joanna, who's actually behind the camera. She came into Connecticut and she wasn't working out, and I said, it's time to work out. Come to the gym with me. And I literally put her on the elliptical, that thing, for 5 minutes. And I took her off. I didn't tell her the concept. I just said, let's go. She's like, you're crazy. I'm not leaving. I'm staying on this. It's only been 5 minutes. I haven't even broke a sweat yet. Let's go. So so she left. The next day I bring her back, did 5 minutes again. I said, let's go. She's like, I know. I'm like, just trust me. Let's go. And then we did 10 minutes the following day, and then 15 minutes. And I think we repeated 15 again, and then 20, and then 30. What I was doing was I was teasing her body and phasing, and her mind to link massive amount of pleasure, because when you move, your body loves it. What we don't love is the soreness when you move too much, too fast, too quick. And it actually got to a point where when she was working out, she pulled her hamstring, And I told her, you can't work out. We need to phase it back. You got to allow yourself to rest. And we got in a big fight over it. And she stormed out, and I had to talk some sense into the fact that working out in a hamstring will prevent you from working out more in the future than if we just take care of it right now. And she's smiling back there, shaking her head up and down. But that is what we did. I got her to a point where she could not work out. And I know that's to the extreme, but won't that be easy when you wake up every day like, I need to work out today. I want to get it done. And why does that happen? We release endorphins when we work out. Release serotonin, which is the happy chemical. When you see people going to the gym all the time, it's not because it's hard. It's not because they're getting sore all the time. It's not because they hate it. It's because they're literally getting high from the happy chemicals being released inside their body. So how do we make it fun for you? How do we make it where you look at all these health nuts, eating well and exercising well and, taking care of themselves? Why do they do it? All these people consistently do it because they want it, they dedicate time, and they consistently do it only because this word hard is no longer hard. It's easy. Like Floyd Mayweather said, hard work is easy work. And that's what we need to make for you. We need to make it so exercising is fun. Exercising feels good. And in this principle of phasing, which we talk about in the 30-day challenge, and I show you exactly how to do it, and I step by step walk you through it with the pain versus pleasure, and we go through every single category. We move, exercise, which is movement, eating, sleeping, thinking, feeling, all that stuff we go over, so you don't have to think about it. The biggest thing for me getting healthy was going, what do I eat? How much do I move? How do I control my thinking? How do I sleep deeper? How do I take back control of my emotional states? And once I did it, and once I trained Joanne to do it, and a bunch of other people to do it, or my clients, I figured, you know what? It's time to teach you. It's time to give you all these powerful techniques, all these powerful things in an easy day-by-day, 30-day challenge, where every day I send you a video, and on that video, you get to a private membership site. In that private membership site, you can watch the video and do the exercise. And over 30 days, you incorporate those 5 things through phasing into your life. Because you're only going to do it if the lifestyle becomes easy. The lifestyle becomes fun. If you change your habits. That's the key. So I look forward to working with you in the 30-day challenge. And remember, if you don't have health, nothing else matters. Have a wonderful day.